Man, that main event sucked last night between John Cena and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Anonymous Lucas, the WrestleMania 41 Night One review for 2025. We're not going to quite discuss WrestleMania Night 2 yet in this very podcast, as I'm going to discuss that later today. I had a lot to do yesterday, so I couldn't do the WrestleMania Night 1 review for yesterday. I had a lot to freaking do on Easter Sunday. This is why I hate holiday wrestling events, especially the biggest one of them all, WrestleMania. Happy late Easter, all you that all celebrating late Easter. And your 420, obviously, to say the least. Let's go to WrestleMania Night 1. This show, but to be honest, this is the complete opposite from Night 2. For the main event saved this show, the main event for yesterday, for Saturday, was freaking phenomenal. Easily saved this whole WrestleMania Night 1. But the Night 2, the first three matches, saved the main event. Complete opposite, I know, people. Right on today's podcast, we're going to discuss Jey Uso. He defeats Gunther to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship to start the show. The match is freaking not bad at all. The match that I feel is actually pretty decent and pretty good, honestly. The ending kind of sucked, though. I didn't like Gunther tapping out like how many seconds he was in his own lock, to say the least. I didn't like that whatsoever. But I absolutely don't mind Jey Uso as the World Heavyweight Champion because he'll be very temporarily. He's not going to hold it top, but I'll give it a top SummerSlam. That's when I'll probably lose the championship, I would assume. Right into that, let's go to the New Day. And by far the worst WrestleMania match of the whole two nights. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day defeat the War Raiders to win the WWE World Tag Team Championships. Scott Salsos and Jade Cargill defeating Naomi. I was looking forward to this match between Jay and Naomi. Especially as the best built WrestleMania match for the female side of things. It definitely did not end up being the best match of the women's side of things the whole WrestleMania weekend. Not even close, honestly. Not even before Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. But I feel like the match was honestly, I was kind of worried about it. The feud was freaking very good between Naomi and Jade. Jade is not the level of type of wrestler yet that you can carry like a WrestleMania type worthy feud around. But that's a different story for another day. We're just in Jade Cargill defeating Naomi, and then I feel like that's a bad outcome, honestly. I feel like Naomi should have 1,000% won that match. But we're going to discuss that. Listen, Jacob Fatu defeats the LA Knight to win the United States Championship. And probably the second best of the match of the night on this WrestleMania card Night 1. Listen, now, Grande Americano defeats Rey Fenix. By the way, Rey Mysterio was indeed pulled from WrestleMania. He was indeed pulled from WrestleMania because he was not medically clear. Because I remember there was a SmackDown review. I was saying like he was actually got hurt during the end of the match. He was actually walking backstage with the people helping him up from the area as well. We're going to discuss Grande Americano defeating Rey Fenix. Didn't mind that at all. The match was kind of disappointing, honestly. I was expecting a lot better between both men, honestly, to say the least. We're also discussing Tiffany Stratton defeats Charlotte Flair to retain the WWE Women's Championship. Thank God, man! Our glorious Tiffany Stratton is walking out of WrestleMania with a WWE Women's Championship, and I freaking love it. I absolutely love that decision from Triple H. He finally delivered. He finally delivered with that one. At least the match was actually not bad between Tiffany and Charlotte. Like I said before, over Jade and Naomi. The match standpoint, the few hours is not even close. I prefer Naomi and Jade big time over Charlotte and Tiffany. But the match in general, I knew it would be better than Naomi and Jade for sure. And then in the main event, it saved this whole freaking night, honestly. Seth Rollins defeats Roman Reigns and CM Punk thanks to Paul Heyman low blowing both Reigns and Punk. And Rollins and Heyman joined forces to turn heel to end the show. This was freaking phenomenal. The match was phenomenal. The match was freaking phenomenal, if you want my honest opinion. I mean, even though we knew this was going to be the case with Paul Heyman turning heel with Seth Rollins, doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's bad whatsoever. I absolutely freaking love this. The main event was freaking great. Obviously better than Night 2 main event if you look at it. This was freaking great. I'm sorry if you're a bus outside my house. But man, this main event was freaking phenomenal. This match is freaking phenomenal, man. We're discussing this very podcast. Go to join me. As always, this year's WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review on No Limits with Lucas. Starting with, you guessed it, Jey Uso He defeats Gunther to win a WWE World Heavyweight Championship to start the WrestleMania kickoff of the WrestleMania week and everything, involving the main roster as well. This gets a B. It was a good match for what it was. I didn't like the finish, though, with Gunther having to tap out to his own finisher move, one of his many finisher moves, to the, what was it called, the sleeper hold, honestly, for Gunther. He didn't cut anything else. And also, with Jey Uso have to lock that in, it just looked awkward, honestly. Did not like that finish whatsoever. He could have done 4 Uso splashes up the top rope to finish off Gunther. I've been perfectly fine. Honestly. I didn't think he needed to steal for Gunther's finisher to having to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. I think Gunther tap out to someone Jey Uso is going to be he's beat him 4 times before this match. You see, that's fine. I'm telling you up that story. That's fine. And Jey Uso coming up with the revenge on his umpteen babyface, and obviously dethroning the villainous Gunther, the big villain, like a Marvel and villains type David versus Goliath thing as well. But honestly, this was honestly the wrong way to do it. This was the wrong way to freaking do the Gunther, this on his opinion. They kind of did him dirty here. They kind of did him dirty for sure. But I understand why Jey Uso win the match. I understand that big time. But you didn't have Gunther tap out to Jey Uso of all people. You don't need to do that, in my opinion. But the match is still very freaking fun. The match is still very fun for sure. This could have done without the finish, honestly, having Jey Uso having to tap out Gunther. I don't know if but that's definitely not believable, in my opinion. But this gets another bit of a B to start the show. Still a very fun match, on all perspective. Jey Uso definitely showed up on Saturday night. This gets a B. Moving on to the New Day, and by far the worst thing in the whole WrestleMania weekend, from a match standpoint. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, they dropped the Mega Ball big time on their heel turn against Big E. But the New Day defeat the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, to win the WWE World Tag Team Championships. This gets an almost grade of a C freaking minus. Oh my god, man. Did this have to be on WrestleMania? It's a Oracle. The answer is hell no. What are we freaking doing here? What was the freaking point of this match being on WrestleMania when you have a TLC match with the WWE Tag Team titles on SmackDown and a TLC match, tables, ladders, and chairs match, involving the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and the Street Profits? That can't be on WrestleMania, but the New Day and the War Raiders had been on WrestleMania. You could have had this be on Monday Night Raw and maybe be open in the middle of the show. But no, this gets a WrestleMania treatment of all places. That's a freaking stupid decision from Triple H. But I can't give that, though. You can give the critics online. This was so freaking ridiculous. Had this match on the show and not freaking the TLC match involving the WWE Tag Team titles of the Motor City Machine Guns members of Christian and Alex Shelley, and DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and the Street Profits, your champions, and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. You couldn't have that on the show, but you had the freaking War Raiders defend their World Tag Team titles against the freaking New Day. Did that make any freaking sense? This match was just by far boring. The crowd was not into it. Debbie dropped the Mega Ball on the New Day heel turn, and this is just whatever. The only thing I could say was this Big E coming out on Saturday night. But he didn't. And this is a freaking C- because of that. And because the match was boring. And did not need to be on WrestleMania. C- your freaking grade. Moving on to a match I was kind of looking forward to. I was just kind of worried about the match a little bit. Jade Cargill. She defeats Naomi. This gets a B-. I was loving the feud between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Ever since Naomi turned heel and was revealed to be an attacker to Jade Cargill. You see, I love stories like that. Should get that more often from WWE. But in all honesty, this match is kind of disappointing. Was I looking forward to the match? Yes, kind of, and also kind of worried at the same time. So you don't know how Jade Cargill will perform in the ring. I know Naomi's a constant veteran who can help guide Jade throughout the ring and everything, and do moves like this and that. You see, I like that. I like putting a constant professional Naomi with Jade Cargill. I like that. But my honest opinion, Naomi absolutely needed this win. And if this is one and done, that's stupid in my opinion. But then again, Jade Cargill got the win. Like, if this is not one and done, I'll have Naomi win this. But if it's not one and done, Jade Cargill still won. That's a really stupid decision from Triple H there. Like, what? What are you going to do next? You're already done. You already got the moment with Jade Cargill getting her revenge at WrestleMania. Ultimately, just have Jade Cargill beat her again? That would make no sense. Especially since Bianca Belair at Night 2 did not win the Women's World Championship, so it makes you question that it is not one and done. We shall wait and find out, man. But this gets a B-. The match is... It was decent for what it was. It was better than the New Day match and the Warriors match, I'll give you that. But I was looking forward to the match, honestly, but I was also worried at the same time, because I know that Jade Cargill would perform like in this match. And she was okay for what she was. I mean, Naomi was obviously the highlight of this match, obviously. Naomi is always freaking great, but Jade Cargill was okay for what she was. I'm just not impressed with her recently. Not impressed with her recently at all. Am I still a fan like on people? Yes, I'm still a fan of Jade Cargill. But this gets all give a B-. Moving on, Jacob Fatu. Speaking of Fatus and Naomi, I know Naomi's not taking us in the moment, but you get the point. She's married to Jey Uso. Moving on, Jacob Fatu. He defeats LA Knight to win the WWE United States Championship. This was by far the best match up to this point. It was better than the open match between Jey Uso and Gunther. Obviously better than the New Day and Warriors match, but definitely better than that previous than Jade Cargill and Naomi. This was freaking fun, dude. But I'll be honest, I got out of the first 4 matches, I only got one of them right, but I was beating the open match with Jey Uso and Gunther. I got a lot of predictions Raw at WrestleMania week, especially Stand and Deliver. I got 50% of that. I'm about to get night one, obviously. Like, this was a very bad freaking predictions week for me, a weekend, unfortunately, Stand and Deliver, and WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. This Chica Fatu and LA Knight, what do you want me to say about it? It was pretty fun, actually, for what it was. I don't think we need to put Jacob Fatu in the United States title yet, but I'm not complaining, honestly. I'm not complaining at all. But I feel like Jacob Fatu had been more better implications for Backlash, especially with Solo Sikoa, probably. Where he absolutely just destroyed Solo. After I thought Dale and LA was going to retain his title here. And then gets Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in the middle of the ring, and Jacob Fatu basically destroys this man. That's what I was originally thinking was going to happen. But I was clearly wrong. Jacob Fatu is your new Men's United States Champion. But I don't mind it. I absolutely don't mind this whatsoever, in all honesty. Jacob Fatu is always phenomenal. Jacob Fatu, this man can strap the rocket tomorrow. I wouldn't even care. He's so freaking badass as Jacob Fatu. So then defeating LA Knight, I might not whatsoever. You know, LA Knight got the title after beating Shinsuke Nakamura like a couple months ago. It was about a month and a half ago, was it not? So yeah, it was kind of bizarre for that. But then again, I expect LA Knight to have a big time run this title yet. I don't think it's going to have a big time title getting it back from Nakamura. In all honesty, this is the B+, so a very, very badass match between both LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu is your new WWE United States Champion. So shout out Jacob Fatu to get his first ever singles title in World Wrestling Entertainment WWE. B+ is your grade. Moving on to Grande Americano. He defeats Rey Fenix, who was announced last minute, like during his WrestleMania kickoff show, where Rey Mysterio was indeed confirmed to be injured, so he's not going to compete against El Grande Americano. So not being Rey Fenix from Friday Night SmackDown. You know what? I was expecting a lot more of these two. I thought it'd be a better match with Rey Fenix in this match with El Grande Americano than Rey Mysterio. I know Rey Mysterio is still very fun for what he is. He's still very great what he does. He's like 49, 50 years old like that. So he held his own a lot in this match. I thought he was supposed to be very fun in this match, but then again, he got hurt, so he can't, unfortunate circumstances, obviously. But Chad Gable / Grande Americano, you know that's Chad Gable, man. Let's be real. Pat McAfee can fool us all he wants. It's El Grande Americano is indeed Chad Gable. This is an okay match. I was expecting a lot better from these two, honestly. You know, Grande Americano and Rey Fenix. You're not going to get a lot of time gelled either. Not a lot of time getting this match. I'll give it a B-. It's kind of disappointing for an El Grande Americano / Chad Gable against a Rey Fenix match. That's kind of disappointing but great, especially on WrestleMania weekend, man. Kind of disappointing, my honest opinion. Give it a B-. Moving on to Tiffany Stratton, the glorious Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's United States Champion. I meant to say WWE Women's Champion, excuse me. Tiffany Stratton defeats Charlotte Flair to retain the WWE Women's Championship. And I'm happy as a pig and man. I am so happy to see Tiffany Stratton retain her title and defeat Charlotte Flair. But then again, I kind of want to be right here a little bit to have Charlotte Flair win the championship and also kind of be right in prediction standpoint. So I picked Charlotte Flair because even though I hope Tiffany was going to retain. But honestly, I don't mind getting this match wrong at all, honestly. But I got a lot of them wrong. I'm going to count the Grande Americano match. I knew he was not going to lose at WrestleMania. So I'm going to count him. I already counted Jey Uso. So I got 2 matches of, what? I got 2 out of 3 right. Now I'm up to 3 out of 3. Or no, 2 out of 4, excuse me. So this is a 6 match. But Tiffany Stratton defeats Charlotte Flair to retain the WWE Women's Championship. This is actually a pretty fun match. Despite me absolutely hating this feud, and I didn't mind the personal parts Tiffany Stratton took shots at Charlotte Flair. I didn't mind that. But this was poorly executed. It was poorly executed, in my honest opinion. It was still a fun match. It was still a very fun match in Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Gave it a B. Gave this match all gave it a B. And thank God, thank the wrestling gods themselves. Not John Bradshaw or Layfield JBL. But thank God the wrestling gods finally listened to my prayers this whole WrestleMania weekend. And gave the win to Tiffany Stratton and have her retain the WWE Women's Championship. Very freaking grateful for that, in my honest opinion. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte Flair was still pretty fun in this match. It was not that bad. I always thought she was a good wrestler. It's just other than that, I cannot care right now for Charlotte Flair. Like, what are we doing? But this match actually was very fun for what it was. Give it all a grade of B. And moving on to your main event. The match you've all been waiting for WrestleMania Night One. Seth Rollins. He defeats Roman Reigns and CM Punk thanks to Paul Heyman. Low blowing first CM Punk. I'm sorry if you're a goddamn bike outside my house. I'm very sorry about that. He loved the Paul Heyman low blowing both first CM Punk and then Roman Reigns and joins Rollins, Seth Rollins, that being his, and join forces to turn heel, basically. The match itself was freaking great. I thought all 3 men were great in this match. The near falls in this match was freaking phenomenally done. The near falls in this match was perfect, man. Absolutely love the near falls in both Rollins, Reigns, and Punk. And I love the storytelling they're telling with Seth Rollins getting, like, you and me, we got to take out the cancer being CM Punk, obviously. Like, he mentioned John Moxley during this. He mentioned actually me, Mox, and you are all members of the Shield and all his perspective as well. And especially most comments like that was freaking great, man. And they teased it at least one time with the Shield, not triple powerbomb, which Moxley is obviously in AEW. But it's a double powerbomb with the Shield, with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins both doing the Shield double powerbomb on a CM Punk. On the CM Punk on the announcer tables. But Reigns just gave him a big right hand. That was freaking brilliant. And this match was freaking great. And Roman Reigns delivered the powerbomb by himself to CM Punk and announce him. And they made me hit Rollins as well on the announce table as well. Freaking great. He even teased that Roman Reigns getting his Shield chair shot back at Rollins. But Paul Heyman then first low blow CM Punk. And then he rolled bro and Roman Reigns was about to hit the steel chair on Rollins' back. That was freaking brilliant. So Paul Heyman's best taste is he's a heel. He's a bona fide heel, and there's no looking back at it. Paul Heyman's a born badass heel. At the best manager. Probably arguably the best manager of all professional wrestling of all time. Honestly. The stories Paul Heyman can tell as a manager, as a heel, even as sometimes a babyface. I'm probably much better as a heel, though. It's freaking insane. Shout out Paul Heyman. He was a motion wreck throughout this whole freaking match, too. Like, well, I wanted to see Reigns and Punk. But he ended up not choosing near one. He chose Seth Rollins. Oh, boy. Monday Raw is going to be so interesting tonight. To see what Rollins looks like. I'm probably going to start with John Cena, probably. But maybe like get Rollins on the middle of the show, maybe like that. Maybe something like that. I feel like it's going to be a big Raw tonight. Raw's a Raw to WrestleMania, obviously. Hopefully, because probably it's better than WrestleMania the whole weekend. Like, this whole WrestleMania card was so disappointing. Other than this match and the Women's World title match, This was freaking great on the main event for one night one. You don't believe the Grand about to get this, man. You might believe the Grand about to get this. I should tell you right now, it's an A++. What is it, my 5th ever A++? Or 4th, maybe? This was freaking great. This was freaking great, man. Absolutely loved this main event. And it's the story with CM Punk getting blown by his best friend, also Roman Reigns' wise man, getting low blowed by Punk or Rey Heyman as well. And Paul Heyman walks out like I predicted with Seth Rollins and turn heel at night one. This was freaking great. One of the best triple threat matches in all WrestleMania history. And honestly, I might put it up like in top of them, like very, very top. Like top 3 maybe, at bare minimum. Who knows, maybe I'll put it number 1 one day. I'll do WrestleMania with main event rankings, honestly. But this was freaking great, man. This saved the whole freaking pay-per-view, or PLE, from being this overall show grade. Because that's not this great, would probably be in this B- to C+ range almost. But this main event gets all an A++. Freaking awesome main event for night one. Awesome closing angle to end up WrestleMania Night One with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman leading each other with one another. But Seth Rollins is new Paul Heyman guy. He sold the authority in 2014. Now, 11 years later, in WrestleMania Night One, he sold his soul to The Rock probably and Paul Heyman. So I do think Seth Rollins is a lot of ball with The Rock. I really do. But the after overall show for WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. It's an all grade of a B. That's your Night 1 WrestleMania review, man. That is your Night 1 WrestleMania review. Now remember, later tonight, hopefully, probably right before dinner time. Right now, it's 3:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast of Syracuse, New York, though. So probably get uploaded sooner rather than later. Hopefully for Monday Night Raw tonight, we're getting uploaded in WrestleMania 41 Night 2 review. I'm at a big time rant on WrestleMania Night 2 main event. My God, one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. That's fine. One of the best of one of all time. Night previous. It's one of the worst of one night later. Unbelievable. I actually do apologize though for not giving this review on Sunday because I have a lot of stuff to do on Easter Day. That's why I hate this. I hate WrestleMania weekend being on the Easter weekend as well. I absolutely hate that crap. I absolutely hate it big time. But it is what it is to say. At least you can't fix it. Obviously, the past now. That's your Night 1 WrestleMania 2025 review. I'm Mr. Lucas. Thank y'all for watching. Mr. Lucas, WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. Today being April 21st, 2025. And join me later today for your WrestleMania 41 Night 2 review on Mr. Lucas. And by Mr. Lucas podcast, episode number 5 coming out as well as Tuesday. For probably tomorrow at some point. But join me later today for your Monday Night Raw, your WrestleMania Night 41 Night 2 review as well. Until later today from our content, Mr. Lucas and YouTube side of things. Peace, love, I'm out. Take care. I love you all big time to say the least.